Evening, I'm Sky B and I'm at the premiere of Miles to Go. It's going to be an exciting night, even more so because we've lost power on the lighting system. So right now I'm getting dazzled by headlights from my camera lady. Cheers. Now to my left is this wonderful handsome man. He is the actor and director Quincy Rose, and there is a big screening tonight going on opposite the Arena Cinemas in Hollywood. Good evening, I'm Sky B, but I'm not the star today. That is the gentleman to my left. Please, sir, state your name and your purpose to the viewers.
Hi, Sky. I'm Quincy Rose. I am the filmmaker of this, the writer-director, as well as the lead actor in the film.
Now, I pride myself on research, but unfortunately, all I could find today was that wonderful trailer that you've cut. So, would you like to tell everyone about the essence of your film? I understand it's your ex-relationship and possibly you getting back with her, is that correct?
Yeah, the film is about a writer from Los Angeles who doesn't believe that relationships can last, and so essentially they don't, kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and struggling with his personal status as well as his work life. He's stuck in a rut, and he kind of gets the idea that maybe if he got back with his ex-girlfriend, everything would be perfect, and so he kind of goes out to try to do that, and in doing so he's not fully vested in it, and it just kind of becomes a mess of things, and so it's really a character study about a guy just struggling with his own ego and trying to find happiness, you know.
I see. Well, obviously, as you can hear, I'm not from around these parts. I am indeed English. A lot of my friends, since they've moved to LA, have said it's an extremely difficult place to date. Do you think that the film that you have crafted is really in particular focused on the problems of dating in Los Angeles?
You know, I definitely think Los Angeles plays a lot into the story. It's a big setting for the story, and I don't know that it's necessarily another character in the film, but it kind of surrounds it. So as far as difficulty dating in Los Angeles specifically, I think it's a difficult time for dating. People don't know what to do. We don't just meet each other how we used to. We have to be online, or you have to do this, or you have to do that, and there's so many opportunities. Now in Los Angeles, you have a large number of people out here seeking something more than just a real connection with a person. They're seeking fame, they're seeking, films, whatever it would be. And so it becomes difficult because you're not just battling against somebody else's taste for some other person, you're battling against their goals, their dreams, and that's a tricky battle. So it maybe is.
And I've struck it lucky because the camera lady is my other half, but I have to say that no, I do agree. It's a challenging place, Los Angeles. And now, obviously, with you're a multifaceted, talented individual. Do you have a preference? Do you prefer getting on screen, or do you find it like a perfect synergy? You know, being a writer, a director, seeing the rushes of you performing with the cast, or is there like one particular thing that you really love doing?
Well, I absolutely love writing first and foremost, so that's like the main thing, and directing is definitely a key part of that once you have it down and you're ready to go. So those two kind of go hand in hand for me. And acting is something I love doing, but it's not something I feel the need to just go out and try to make happen on its own. When I'm right for the role in my own film, I will do it. Like in Miles to Go, I play Miles. In my next film, which is not out yet, it's called Friends Effing Friends Effing Friends, and it's about to hit the festival circuit, but not to go into that, but I'm not in that film. So it wasn't the right role for me, but I served it best by getting other people. So it really has to do with the role, the character. Am I best to serve it? Am I going to be kicking myself in post going, why didn't I do it? Because I would have done something I thought I needed to do for the character. But no, I don't have, I would say writing, directing are my two top goals.
Well, I would personally love to speak to you all night long, but obviously we've got to speak to some of your other beautiful, talented people.
Yes.
But one final question to all those aspiring writers out there who dream of writing one of their passion projects. Oh, that is a product. Any advice for those writers out there to try and get it to the screen?
Well, first and foremost, what I was taught by my father, Quincy Rose, who passed away, but he was a great writer. Thank you. He actually executive produced this, and he was a brilliant comedy writer and well known. But he taught me it's nose to the grindstone kind of business. This is a blue collar put your butt in the seat and write. So first and foremost, you must be writing, and not just one thing. You got to constantly write, because it might not be the thing you think is going to get made that gets made. The other thing is, make something small, get a little bit of money. Don't worry about doing the giant thing with the studio house. I mean, this is a little independent film that was passionately made with a little bit of money, and I've made smaller projects, and just get something made. If you've never made anything with your writing, make something small, a 2-page thing, a 3-page thing. Get out there, get it made, start showing your work, and before you know it, you might have something to show people that really demonstrates why they should be investing in you as a writer or a director or whatever it is. For actors too.
Well, wise words there from Quincy. I wish you all the best for your film. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm sorry about your father.
Oh.
And let's dominate that
much.
tonight. He's going to dominate the screening.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Quincy.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Hey,
Hey.
well, I'm with a stud to my left with possibly a better leather jacket on myself. I actually have leather jacket envy.
That's
Anyway,
actually really cool, man.
well,
I'll trade you.
now I'm Sky, and I would love to introduce you to the viewers.
Hello, viewers. How you doing? My name is Zach Tejan, and I'm in Miles to Go, and I'm happy to meet you and make your acquaintance.
Now, Zach, nice to meet you too. What was the most exciting thing about your character that you played in Miles to Go? I would love. I've seen a few clips on the trailer, and you do look a bit like a badass. But I would like you to tell us, what was the most exciting thing that you found when you were doing your script analysis?
The most exciting thing was the organic, natural flow that kind of came out. And Quincy's a friend of mine, so it's a lot of like life mimicking art mimicking life. We have a lot of those conversations, and in life we walk around LA and we kind of see the scenes, we take it all in, just talk about next level stuff and try to create from it. And so it's kind of a snippet of what we always do anyway, and for me it was just an opportunity to memorize something that was really familiar to me and organic to me, and just let that open up and just let that come out, and then it's natural, it's fun. I had a good time.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
But what was the, is it more of a scary thing collaborating with friends in LA? I mean, as you can guess, I'm not from these parts. I am English. I am new to Los Angeles. I do love the positive energy of the fact that a lot of creators are here and they're following their passion projects, and they do like to collaborate with other friends.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm aware that Los Angeles can be a challenging place to meet someone special, which obviously is in essence part or indeed all about this film.
Absolutely.
Do you have any reservations when you enter a project involving your friends, or is it you go in guns blazing, ready to seize the day?
That's a lot of really interesting stuff, man. It's like there's a saying, it's like it's not where you are, it's where you're at. So whatever you're creating and putting out in the world is attracting the types of people that hopefully you want to be working with and being friends with. And sometimes those things all intersect. And if you're comfortable with someone as an individual, you can find a way to be comfortable creatively, because you let them in on a process that is pretty sacred, and you trust that they're going to go there with you. So it was an opportunity to just say, you know what, I love you, dude, let's see what happens, and open it up. And we had a great time. So I don't know if that really answered your question, man, but it felt good.
Yeah, I mean, it felt good to me, and to be honest, I've liked you even more, even though that I've got leather jacket envy. Now, that's really nice to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, man. Good
Enjoy
luck
your
to you,
screening.
okay?
I'm with a lovely lady. Would you like to state your name and purpose to all the viewers who may indeed be watching from England?
Sure. This is Lourdes Cologne.
And I hear some very exciting news. You have a new movie coming out. Would you like to tell us all about it and your character?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Thanks. The movie's called Crave: The Fast Life, and it's about this young man who gets wrapped into wanting to do everything fast. Like you crave the fast life. You want all the fast money and the women and the drugs. And it's up to me, the mother, who is trying to save him before I pass, and he doesn't know that I'm dying. So right as I get him to turn, I've passed away, and then he finally turns around. But it's a great movie. It has a great message and a great theme.
I mean, don't give any spoilers away, but you're you're much of a yummy mummy to pass away. I hope you make it to the end.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed to answer that, because we are going to get the viewers to watch your film.
Well, it's coming out in September. The end of September is supposed to come out in theaters. I'll know more as it gets closer to it, but...
Fantastic. How do you know Quincy? How is your connection with this film? Because this film is about friends. Do they stay together in Los Angeles? Do they collaborate? And of course, do girlfriends and boyfriends who are both creative stay together in this challenging city that is LA?
Well, you know what, and that's the reason why I like to support, especially films like this, because first of all, it's It's what keeps us together and makes things strong and makes things happen. And secondly, I love stuff like that. Stories that give, because it's so LA.
Well,
You know,
even I know that, and I've only been here a few months.
Yeah, it's like, I've had friends that came and went, and it's like either you're going to be together or you're not, or they'll move to another country like many of mine did. But that's kind of like what happens in LA, where I think it's like a perfect story because that is what occurs, and I think everybody's going to relate to that.
LA is a very strange place because, on one hand, like, it's amazing because a lot of people are here to follow their passion or passions and their dream and their dreams, so it's very collaborative. But the other side of the coin is that it can be very isolated and lonely. So I do believe that friends should stick together. Now, are you from LA originally?
No, actually, I'm from Chicago and moved here 15 years ago.
I hear Chicago's a great place.
It is. It's just very cold.
Yeah, well, at least you get snow. We get rain all the time, like today. But Lourdes, anyway, when's your film coming out?
The film will be coming out at the end of September of 2015.
Fantastic. And now, are you also a writer?
I have written. It's not my forte. I'm more of a filmmaker and an actress. So I do more of the producing and in front of the camera.
Any advice to all those aspiring artists out there who want to write something, film it, direct, or even indeed acting, and they feel a bit lost here? Like me.
Yeah, I would say, you know what, follow your dreams, and no matter what, I mean, if you really know and believe that that's what you want to do, everything else will follow. It's when you start doubting yourself is what gets in the way, so kind of take the fear out of the equation, take the doubts out of the equation, and just go for it.
Let's all go for it, like Lourdes. She's dominating, and I can't wait to see your film. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Have a lovely evening.
Believe my luck. I'm actually speechless because yet again another beauty is asking to be interviewed by me, and I don't know. Please, could you tell the viewers out there your lovely name and, of course, your part in this film, or if it's not a part, what you're doing project-wise?
Tony Romano Cohen, and I am very lucky to have worked with the very talented Quincy Rose. I play Alexandra, his sister, in the film. So, yeah. And
fantastic. Now, what's one of the most important, exciting things about your character that you loved in the script to play her?
Oh, well, you know, she's really beautiful because she is incredibly vulnerable. She's still mourning the loss of her mother, and she really needs her brother, who keeps her a little bit at a distance, but they have just a great camaraderie, and there's a great dichotomy to her because she's incredibly sad, but she's got an enormous sense of humor, and I really connected with her and with working with Quincy. It was a fun thing.
Was this like a first time project, or do you and Quincy go back? Because
no, it's a first time project with Quincy. It's certainly not the last project with Quincy.
That's been like a recurring theme, and indeed, you know, I've been hearing from quite a few of your other talented castmates that, you know, Quincy is often working again and again with friends, so that's good news for you.
It's great. No, it's great news for us, and also we want to work with people who we respect, we admire, and we want to be around. So what's interesting is that I was just at a premiere a couple of weeks ago for a film that I shot in New York called Sweet Lorraine, and Quincy actually knows the executive producer. His girlfriend's father is the executive producer of that film. So it's a really kind of small world. We met, you know, we hooked up there, and then.
So there we have it. That concludes the premiere of the film Miles to Go by the wonderful actor, director and writer Quincy Jones. The story is of course about his breakup and on-off relationship with his girlfriend. Can you sustain a relationship in Los Angeles and your creative dreams? I like to think you can. So follow your dreams, follow your heart, everyone. And those are my 2 cents. Adieu. I'm off to the bar. Bye.
Like I said, other than the fact that I haven't been sleeping well lately, all is fine.
I mean, yeah, it's okay if you miss me, but it's not really my problem. We're not together. You broke up with me.
I just don't see how it can last. I mean, with her or with anyone.
What's the biggest reason you're hesitant?
Mostly because I think of all the reasons we broke up in the first place, and I can't imagine them not coming up again.
What?
Oh, don't give me what?
Aren't you gonna come inside?
I'm a little worried maybe we're rushing things.
I think it's a good thing. You said you're writing more consistently now?
You know, I'm just not sure if I'm inspired by her or by being back with her or if just not feeling lonely has freed up my mind to be creative again.
I think you're making the right decision with Julia.
Yeah, well, she told me to take my time to decide, but we've seen each other every night since, and I don't know, it's nice being with her and we have a good time and all. It's just, I'm not sure that, I don't know, you know me.
I can't be partially involved with you. For me, I need us to be fully committed or no contact at all.
I mean, girls are so fucking crazy.
Not that we're exactly a couple of picnics. I might have called that.
I think that we could have something really great.
You look phenomenal.
Stop, you're making me blush.
I don't know, I'm an asshole.
You're not an asshole.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go.
Well, I can't say you don't keep it interesting.